Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. Here are the stories that we're following today, September 4th, 2013. In sports, Diana Nyad completes 103-mile swim from Cuba to Key West. St. Kitts Collins places second, Rogers fifth in Berlin. West Indies November tour to India confirmed. And official UK tour operators appointed for West Indies versus England series. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin, and this segment of the news is sponsored by Leica Mobile. In sports, American 64-year-old long-distance swimmer Diana Nyad on Monday became the first person to swim across the Florida Straits from Cuba without a shark cage, succeeding on her 5th attempt at the feat. Her face sunburned and lips swollen with barely enough energy to speak, Nyad waded ashore at Key West after a 53-hour swim and delivered a simple message to onlookers. We should never ever give up. You never are too old to chase your dreams, she says. In an inspiration to baby boomers everywhere, Nyad completed the estimated 110-mile journey after departing from Havana on Saturday morning. She set a record for the longest ocean swim without a shark cage or flippers, according to her crew. She was met by crowds in Key West who surrounded her, snapping photos as they enjoyed sunny beach weather on the annual Labor Day holiday. Helpers were waiting to give her medical treatment and immediately placed her on a stretcher and hydrated her with an IV before she was taken to a hospital. The Iron Will Nyad had been trying to achieve the crossing for 35 years, describing it on her website as her extreme dream, and seemed determined to prove the Beatles were right that there is plenty to live for when I'm 64. Women and men of a certain age have been inspired in recent years by a wave of older athletes breaking records and snagging headlines. Nyad's team said her 5th attempt at the Florida crossing benefited from several key factors, including calm seas, the surprising lack of jellyfish, and favorable currents in the powerful Gulf Stream that flows eastwards through the Florida Straits. Bartlett said the crew only encountered one minor squall during the crossing and only one deadly box jellyfish sighting. The marathon swimmer had said this was her final attempt, this time equipped with a protective silicone mask as well as a bodysuit to better protect her from box jellyfish that forced her to end one of 2 attempted crossings last year. A team of ocean kayakers and divers accompanied Nyad on her journey, dragging an electronic device in the water that emitted a current to repel sharks. Nyad's 5th attempt to make the crossing comes 35 years after she made her first go at it at age 28 in 1978, when she gave up after covering 76 miles in 42 hours, with the aid at that time of a shark cage. With Key West in her sights on Monday, Nyad halted briefly about 2 miles offshore to thank her support team. Kittitian sprint legend Kim Collins has added 1 more medal to the growing number he has gained so far for this year after placing second yesterday in the 100-meter dash at the IAAF World Challenge ISTAF held yesterday in Berlin, Germany. Collins got off to his customary fast start and looked to be heading for victory, but the final 50 meters had seen Jamaica's Kimar Bailey Cole forcing his way back into the contention with a strong finish and ease across the line to take first place in 10.04 seconds. Collins was second in a time of 10.15 seconds. Also in the race was Jason Rogers of St. Kitts, who performed considerably well to place fifth in a time of 10.35 seconds. Collins' second place finish follows an identical placing on Sunday, August 25th, when he finished behind American Michael Rogers. In Antigua, the West Indies Cricket Board today accepted India's invitation for a series in November, which would allow senior batsman Sachin Tendulkar to play his milestone 200 test in front of home fans. The West Indies Cricket Board confirmed the tour was proposed by the BCCI's working committee in a meeting on Sunday and would precede India's trip to South Africa in December. Tendulkar has played 198 tests so far, and the second test of this series would take him to one of the several milestones he has also touched in his glittering career. For the West Indies, the Indian tour will precede the trip to New Zealand, which is scheduled to commence on December 3rd and conclude on January 15th of next year. West Indies last faced India in a limited over series earlier this year in the Caribbean. India won that Tri-Nation series, which also involved Sri Lanka. Also in Antigua, the West Indies Cricket Board has appointed Howzat Travel Limited under On-the-Ball Sports Marketing as the official United Kingdom, Ireland and European tour operators for the West Indies versus England series in Antigua and Barbados in February and March of 2014. WICB Chief Executive Officer Michael Muirhead said that the WICB acted early to facilitate fans who will be making plans to visit the Caribbean for the series. And I quote, "We know that there are thousands of English cricket supporters who are always keen on visiting the Caribbean, as we are the world's premier cricketing destination for fans. We are therefore most happy to be able to announce this partnership with two official tour operators well in advance of the series so that the many English and West Indian fans in the UK can make the arrangements early," he says. Sarah Marlin of On-the-Ball Sports Marketing commented, "We are ecstatic to have gained a WICB appointment for the forthcoming winter tour. Our packages include 3, 4 and 5-star properties with the option to tailor-make should this be required. England hasn't visited the West Indies since 2009, so demand is high and supporters will get to see high-quality action-packed cricket in sun-kissed Antigua and Barbados. There really hasn't been a better time to be an England cricket fan." You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
Mom, let you take your car out. This is awesome.
It's time to grow.
They're crazy.
Little while
Go faster. Stop.
it'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or ColemanSubaru.com.